me not to teach any project because sir will teach the project, it seems, after SVUVM. Okay, so now we only have to cover this coverage and assertion only. Okay, so that's what I have updated this sheet also. Okay, so no need to teach the project, it seems. Once we complete SVUVM, sir, Deva sir only, he will teach the project, it seems. Okay, yeah. Yes, Yashwant.
Ma'am, I have.
The
Okay.
thing, yeah. Okay, okay. So one second. Okay. So soon after completing the system verilog, maybe one day or 2 days gap I will give. Okay, for your doubt clarification. I'll take the session for the doubt clarification, and then we'll move on to the UVM. Okay. Yes. And once we complete SVUVM both the subject, okay, so then sir will allot the projects. Okay, no. So that's the plan. Okay, what I thought is I would have explained here only the project, but no, sir is telling no, we can explain it at the end. Once we complete SVUM all together, at the end only they will explain the project, it seems. Okay, yes. Well, so now let me explain the code coverages. Okay, there are two types of coverage. Okay, so code coverage and functional coverage. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? First, let me discuss that. Okay. Yes. So usually there are two types of coverages. So first of all, why we need coverages is because, see, usually what happens, okay, till scoreboard we have completed the project. Okay, comparison is done, comparison is successful, everything is fine. But see, for example, if I take a real time example now, I have to give the update. Just imagine there is some higher authority people. Just for example, okay, I need to give the update for them about this particular batch. Okay, how do I give the update? I need some tracker, no, so that I can tell, okay, in these many days, okay, this many syllabus is completed, this much syllabus is completed. Okay, and what syllabus is left. Okay, and in how many days I have taken the sessions. Okay, and for what duration I have taken, plus what is an attendance state of the candidates, how many of them are taking the recording session, how many of them are attending the live session, plus who which students are giving the review. Like this I need to have a tracker, then only I can give the update for the higher authority people. It's kind of that, correct na? The same way here also in the project, once we complete the project for your client, okay, for whichever the client you people are working for, that particular client, how do you tell that the project is completed to so extent, so and so extent? For example, if your DUT is a simple logic, a equal to b plus c, okay, we do not know, no, how many means how do you explain to the client that for B and C you have passed the value 000110111101000001 in this format? Okay, how do you tell? Because they don't know SVUVM. Okay, the one who has given you the project, they doesn't know anything about the programming language, they just want their chip to get developed. That's it. Okay, they don't understand the test case, they don't understand the technical aspect. What they want is what was the requirement, they just want that output. Okay, for those particular people, how do you make them understand that this is your product, for this product these many stimulus we have passed, or these many test cases we have passed. Out of these test cases, few test cases are passed and few test cases are fail. See, fail in the sense, it's not like your project is wrong. Okay, what is that meaning, I will tell now in few minutes. Okay, so in this case, how do you exactly tell to the client? Means with the help of a report. Just like how I need the tracker report, the same way you need some report, that is like a mark sheet. Okay, so you people are giving the review for me, right? Those who are giving the review, that I am maintaining a mark sheet. And I have also written who are absent, right? And for whom less marks have been given. Okay, and I asked you people to improvise those marks, right? And no one got back to me. So no one is interested to get back to me and improvise the marks. So this is the status. Okay, all that is tracked in the tracker, correct? No, so what I'll, even I have commented and I have kept it, correct? No, the same way here also we need to have one report. so that we can explain to the other person, or we can explain to the client or manager that see, these many test cases we have passed. Out of these test cases, these test cases are passing and these remaining test cases are getting failed, like that. Okay, if the test cases are getting failed, what we can do, we can improve the coverage by writing the assertion. One way, okay, by writing assertion we can improve the coverage. Okay, if the coverage is less, we can improve the coverage by writing the assertion. Plus, second procedure is by writing multiple test cases. Okay, I am telling that one is not working, then one is not working, no, send one back to back, back to back, back to back, definitely it will get hitted. Okay, so that is not a appropriate procedure. In the IP level we will do it, but in the industry we usually write the assertion. Okay, multiple test cases you can write, but this is not appropriate method because it will kill lot of time. Okay, so writing assertion is the best way. Okay, this is why exactly we need the coverage. Okay, again, now in coverage, okay, this is one point, please make a note of it. Okay, why we need coverage is one important question they may ask in the interview. Okay, so you need to tell that it is one matrix report, or it is like one mark sheet with the help of which we have an idea that in our project how many test cases we have written, how many have passed, how many have failed. Like, it totally tells about the behavior of our project. Simple. Okay, the best example is I have given this example of your trackers. Okay, now, and that is first question. Second question, how to improve the coverage? Suppose if you have got less coverage, how to improve the coverage means we have two option. One option is to write the assertions. This is the best procedure. Okay, now in the industry we have a separate role for this called as formal verification engineer. Suppose if you get selected as formal verification engineer, your work is to just write the assertion. What is this assertion? Tomorrow I will teach. Today I am covering only code coverage and functional coverage completely. Okay, and tomorrow I will discuss about the assertion. Assertion examples also I will give. Okay, so this examples also I will give. Do not have to worry. Okay, so this is a separate role called formal verification. Okay, next, one more procedure is to write multiple test case, as I told you, multiple test case. But this is like an like fresher level of procedure. Okay, for the fresher people, they will tell, but it is not used in the industry. Okay, for our mini projects and all, if you want to improve the coverage, you can write multiple test cases, but not for the industry level. In the industry level we will write the assertions only. Okay, na, so these things you have to make a note. 2 points. Okay, first point, why exactly we need coverage, that is secondary. Code coverage or functional coverage, that is secondary. Why we need coverage, plus why we need the assertion, sorry, how to improve the coverage by using the assertion and by writing the multiple test case. Okay, so please make a note of these 2 points. This is very very important. Okay, before understanding the topic, first understand why it is required. Okay, and if we get less coverage, how to improve that. This is a basic thing. Okay, na, next. Now, as I told, in the coverage we have two types. Okay, na? So one is code coverage and another is functional coverage. Code coverage, functional coverage. Okay, na? So in the code coverage, basically what happens, the name itself tells code. Okay, so code coverage, in the sense here it is totally related to the design part. I mean to tell the module level code. Okay, so this functional coverage is totally related to the TB part. Okay, why I'm telling this, I'll tell in few minutes. Okay, so code coverage is totally related to the design part, functional coverage is related to the TB part. Now, what is a definition of code coverage means, suppose in the code, okay, in the design code, if you people have written some 100 lines, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 dash 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 dash, some 100 lines you have written. Okay, maybe some flip-flop code or some counter code or something. Okay, you have written some 100 lines of code. In that 100 lines of code, how many lines are covered? Okay, because for example, I will show that today. Okay, but technically I have got a slides, so in that slides I will show how exactly it is done. Okay, so if you write, if a is less greater than 10, okay, then dollar display, I will write one statement VLSI, else I will write another dollar display, and I will write something tactic. Okay, na, this is how it is. Just imagine this is line number 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 100% when the simulation is happening, depending on this condition, either line number 15 will get executed or line number 17 will get executed. Correct na? 100% both statement can't get execute. Correct na? But does it mean that your code is wrong? No. That is what is called as code coverage. Code coverage will tell me how much percentage of the lines are covered. Okay, because here 100% any one statement will not get covered, but it doesn't mean that your code is wrong. Your code is correct only, but the logic itself is written like that. When you do the simulation, you can't expect all the 100 lines will be covered. No, like this, when you have written the logic, any one line only will be covered at a time. How can you expect both the statements to get covered? It can't get covered like that. Correct na? That is what is called as code coverage. With the help of code coverage, we will understand how many lines of code is been covered. Okay, now how many lines of code is been covered in the particular design code. Okay, that is code coverage. And in the code coverage, we are having a types. That types we will discuss now. Okay, next, functional coverage. And for code coverage, you do not have to write any particular code. No need to write a separate file for this. Okay, just directly you have to, once the code is in front of you, once you generate the functional coverage report, automatically code coverage report also will get generated. Okay, so this is automated process. You don't have to write any separate file. You just have to understand how many types of code coverages are there and how it is working. But functional coverage is not like that. Functional coverage means what? It is related to TB. I mean to tell, from the TB you are sending the stimulus to the design, or else stimulus you can tell, or else in this particular stage I can call it as a test case. Stimulus or test case. Okay, so when you're sending the stimulus or test case to the design project, okay, so then we are supposed to check that how many test cases we are sending. Okay, how many are getting pass and how many are getting failed. Getting my point? So like this you are supposed to maintain a report. Okay, how many are getting pass, how many are getting fail. If the test case is getting failed, again we have to write the assertion and we have to make it pass. Okay, so that's how it happens. Okay na, 1 second. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so functional coverage is all about what stimulus. See, here the target is how many lines of code is covered in the target point. Here the target point is how many test cases we have sent or how many stimuluses we have sent. In that stimuluses, how many stimulus are getting covered. That is the target point here. Okay, for this definitely we need to write a code from our end. Okay, that is that coverage code. Either you can create a separate file. Either you can create a separate file or you can write that inside the scoreboard itself, because scoreboard is the last file. Correct na? In that last file you can write the coverage part, or else you can write a separate file for the coverage. Okay na? Both the situations I will show. Okay, both the scenario. Suppose if you write a coverage file separately, how to bind that, how to attach that file to the scoreboard, that also I will explain. And if you write a coverage concept inside the functional coverage concept inside the scoreboard, how to write that also I will explain. Both the procedures I will explain. Okay na? So you people have to remember 2 points. One is difference. The difference between code coverage and functional coverage is very very important. In this particular topic you need to mainly remember about. So in the code coverage, okay, so it is totally related to the design part, okay, where we are going to calculate the percentage of lines that is been covered. Okay, how many lines are there in that lines, how many lines are been covered. Okay na? Next, in the functional coverage, what you need to exactly understand is what test cases you are sending, how many test cases you are, how many are been covered and how many are not covered, and for that you are supposed to write again the assertion, like that it is. Okay na? The target points you understand here. And functional coverage we are writing only for TB. Of course we are passing the test case in TB. In the TB only we will write it. Okay na? And that too where you can either write the separate file of the coverage or you can write it inside the scoreboard also. Both the case I will show. Okay, some random mini project I will take and both I will show without with the coverage separate file. If you write, what to do, if you are writing that inside the scoreboard, how to write, both I will show. Okay, so this is again very important interview question, please make a note of it. Okay, now first let me explain the code coverage. It is dead easy. Only thing is slowly you have to concentrate and understand. Okay, only thing is one design code I will take now. Okay, how many types of code coverage? I think 7 to 7 I think. Okay, so all those coverages, code coverages, how to analyze. Okay, see, you just have to analyze it. You are not writing any code here. In the code coverage you only have to understand how many types are there, how do we analyze it, that's it. Okay, no one will ask you to analyze in the interview also, and you are not doing that in the industry also. Directly it is automatically generated, but as an engineer you need to know how the analyzation is actually been done. Automatically you will get a report, but how did you get that report, you should know. That is why I'm teaching this concept in detail. Okay na? So now let me go to the types of code coverage. So on the other day, before I get sick, I have created a site where it is, 1 second. On that day, according to our plan, I was supposed to take a session. Mm. Just now what I teach that only. Okay, what is coverage? Why we need coverage? I think I have uploaded these slides. Na, 1 second, let me check. Yes, even slides also I have updated and I kept it ready, but I got sick. Okay, see, slides also updated here. So please once check with it. Okay, whatever slides I am explaining now, it is already updated in the your tracker. Okay, na, why we need a coverage. Okay, these points, rather than reading these points, what I thought just now in the live session, please make that note. Okay, because that is in a normal verbal language. Okay, that will be convenient for you to remember as comparatively to the technical terms. Okay, technical terms you can use it for your technical topic. This is a common general topic. Okay na? So functional coverage, actually two types are there, but here when we are writing the code we don't actually differentiate it. Okay, see, data oriented coverage, control oriented coverage. Control oriented coverage means, you can see here, I just now I told assertion right now. So whenever we are writing the assertion, we call that as control oriented coverage. Means with the help of assertion I am controlling my test case. Such part is called as control oriented coverage. Normal coverages, what we write now, I will show how to write it. We will usually write the functional coverage inside the cover group, cover point, and bins. These are the three major part that is getting involved in the code. If you write that code, that is called as data oriented coverage. Usually data oriented coverage only we will write 100%. Okay, after that if you are not satisfied, you can go for control oriented coverage, that is writing the assertion. Okay, assertion I will teach tomorrow. Okay na? Yes, and some sample coverage report I have kept here. Okay, even here, not only here, I will generate the report randomly. Okay, anyways I'm not supposed to teach the project, it seems, but still, for your understanding sake, I will do the simulation and I will show, so that you will get to know the procedure, how to, you can write a steps. Okay, to how to generate the coverage report, you can write the steps I will show in the questa sim. Write those steps in the book, so that it will be helpful for you in future. Okay, yes, so this is the basics. Next, Mm. So these are the types of code coverages. Seven types are there. Block, statement. See, I have written the alternate names also. Okay, please make sure to even read the alternate names as well. Okay, one moment. Okay. Okay, so seven types you can see. Main importantly here, students usually get confused with the name of the code coverages. For example, statement coverage, which you will get confused. This one, conditional coverage, decision coverage, this you will get confused. Okay, line coverage and statement coverage, anything they may ask. Okay, see, both are same, that is why alternate names also I have kept, so make sure to properly memorize this. Okay, totally seven types are there. Okay, branch and decision coverage, conditional expression coverage, statement line coverage, this is where you get confused. Please make sure to memorize this properly. Okay, totally seven. So let me explain one by one. Just analyzation, we are not dealing with the code here. Okay, wait, I'll take one code for reference. I think for that I have to go back, I guess. Wait a moment. Yes. So one code, any one code I will take now as reference. Okay na, for the same code, all the code coverages I will or else wait, I'll save this and I'll post everywhere in every slide. Only one code I will analyze all the one second. Only one code, for this one code only I will analyze all the coverages. Okay, yes. So block coverage, one second, I'll just insert that image. Okay, so that I can, I'll remove this. Okay, in your slides the no explanation is there. Okay, for my explanation, for my teaching I have kept this here. Okay, the same, this you can delete it. Okay, here it is there, branch, here I will paste. Okay, next, here also I'll paste. Next, uh, here also I'll paste. FSM code we have, toggle we have. Okay, so now check. Okay, see, here first one, block cover. Block means what? Block means something that is like initial begin end is one block. Okay, begin end is one block, fork join is one block, like that. The blocks I have to check now here. Okay, now in this particular code, whatever I have posted here, I have totally 9 blocks. Okay, report is printed here, report I have kept it separately already here. Okay, line number 5, line number 7, 8, 11, 15, 17, 11, 15, 17, 20, 21, 22, 20, 21, 22. Simulator has given this. Okay, I have not written simulator, only I have given this report. Okay, so simulator is considering these lines as the blocks. In these blocks only 6 blocks are covered. Okay, which are those 6 blocks? 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. Obviously inside the begin and whatever you write, it will get covered. It's not like if else statement, correct now, everything will get covered. Okay na, 5, 7, 8, 11, 17, 22. Okay, 11, 11, 17, 17. See, actually we have two statements, 15, 17. How many got covered? Only one got covered, because it solely depends on line number 14. Correct? So this didn't get covered. Correct? This didn't get covered. Only one statement will get covered at a time. Okay na? Even in the case also. Okay, 22 got covered. See, three statements are there, one, two, three statements are there. Out of three statement, only one statement covered, but it doesn't mean that your code is wrong. Correct? Now according to the logic, it is working properly only. So totally out of these many statements, three statements are not covered. I mean, three block is not covered. So the percentage is 6 by 9. So 6 blocks are covered, total blocks are 9. So 6 by 9, if you do, 66 percentage we have got for this code. Block coverage percentage is 66%. Like that you have to analyze. Okay, definitely you can't expect all the lines to get covered. Okay, like this in the case statements, in the if else statement, what happens is there will be only one statement at a time that will get executed. That's how it is. Okay. Yes, Yashwant.
I have some doubt. You told 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are blocks, right?
Huh.
5, 7, 8, 11, 15,
Yes.
17, 20, 21,
Yes.
22.
Yes. 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 Huh.
Actually, I thought begin to
Not
end,
like no,
there
no,
is
no,
a
no,
only one block.
no, no.
So,
Wait, wait, wait.
is
Wait. Hold on. According to the that is what I'm trying to tell. I don't have to memorize. You can't even understand. Like no, the simulator itself is giving this simulator's output. It is okay. So even in future, no one will ask you to tell me which is the block here. Okay, you can't memorize because I will tell. See, for example, next statement coverage. In the statement coverage, also same lines will come this year. 578 578. See, 578 is coming in the line coverage also. 578 is coming in the block coverage also. That is the Costa Sims answer. Okay, simulator's answer. Okay, we can't decide because one statement can come under multiple coverages. Multiple coverages. Okay, so this 5, 7, 8 is coming in the block coverage also. It is coming under the line coverage also. Okay, block means it is not like 6, 9, not like that.
okay.
Inside what you are writing, that is a block. Okay, because begin end is what? Begin end is not a logic, no? In begin end, we are just writing to group the statements. What you are writing inside the statement, that is the simulation part. Okay, begin and you that is non-synthesizable. Begin and how can you synthesize? If you want to write the gates format, okay, for begin and you can't write the gate format, but for a equal to 0 and a equal to 1, you can represent that maybe in terms of and gate or not gate, whatever according to the logic, you can represent that in terms of gate. That is what is called a synthesizable. That is what called a simulation part. Begin and we can't represent that in the form of diagram. Even in the chip also, how can you write begin end? Begin end will not be there. This a equal to 0, a equal to 1 will be present. That's how it is. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Eh,
Ma'am, I
uh,
thought 7 and 8. Actually, my doubt is not begin end is a separate block. In begin end, we write only delays. So from 6 to 9, we can't consider as one block like that.
no, pa, that is
I
what.
thought 7 and 8. There is a 7 and 8 line blocks like that. I thought like that.
That
7 and 8. Why can't we consider as line blockers? 6 to 9. Why can't we consider as block one coverage?
no. You can't consider. That is what I'm trying to tell. Try to understand. It's a Questa Sims output. It's not our designed. What I can
Okay.
say. Okay. And moreover, you can't take design and మీరు begin and మీరు ఎలా మీరు రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తారు నెట్ లిస్ట్ డయాగ్రామ్ లో నెట్ లిస్ట్ డయాగ్రామ్ తెలుసు కదా మీకు నెట్ లిస్ట్ డయాగ్రామ్ లో ఏమవుతుంది గేట్ లెవెల్ డయాగ్రామ్ మీరు వేయాలి మీరు బిగిన్ అండ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ని ఈ లైన్స్ ని గేట్ లెవెల్లో ఎలా వేస్తారు మీరు ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తారు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ అవి సిమ్యులేటే అవ్వవు బిగిన్ అండ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ బిగిన్ అండ్ అనేవి సిమ్యులేటే అవ్వదు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ అవి ఓకే సిమ్యులేట్ అయ్యేది ఏంటి లైన్ నెంబర్ 7 8 సిమ్యులేట్ అవుతాయి సో దీన్ని మనం
Name a begin and
ఎస్ ఎస్ టెల్ మీ
begin and అనేది సిమ్యులేషన్ అనట్లేదు మేడం నేను.
కాదు ఇది ఫస్ట్ బ్లాక్ ఇది
అంటే
సెకండ్
బిగిన్
బ్లాక్
అండ్
థర్డ్ బ్లాక్ అలా తీసుకోవడానికి
లో
కుదరదు
లోపల యాష్ ఫై ఏ ఎస్ అది అని అడుగుతున్నాం బ్లాక్ 1 బ్లాక్ 2 అలా
ఓకే. ఓకే.
తీసుకోవడం
అలా
అన్నట్టు.
తీసుకోవడం. ఓకే. లిజన్. ఓకే. ఐ విల్ టేక్ దట్. బిగిన్ అండ్ ఒక బ్లాక్ అనుకోండి. వెయిట్. ఓకే. ఇక్కడ మీకు ప్రాబ్లమ్ అవ్వదా మరి? ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ ఎల్స్ స్టేట్మెంట్‌లో బ్లాక్ తీసుకుంటే ఇది ఎలా కాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు మీరు? ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ 2 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇఫ్ రాదు. కరెక్టా? యూ కాంట్ కన్సిడర్ దిస్ హాస్ వన్ బ్లాక్. బికాజ్ ఇన్ దట్ కేస్ యూ హావ్ దిస్ ఇస్ అన్నెసెసరీ లైన్. దిస్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్ లైన్. దిస్ ఇస్ అన్నెసెసరీ. దిస్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. మళ్ళీ దీంట్లో పర్సెంటేజ్ ఎలా తీస్తారు మీరు? దీనికొక పర్సెంటేజు, దీనికొక పర్సెంటేజు, దీనికొక పర్సెంటేజు. 3% వస్తాయి ఇక్కడ. అందుకే ఆ ప్రొసీజర్ మనం వెళ్ళము. వి ఓన్లీ కన్సిడర్ లైన్ బై లైన్. ఇన్ ద కంప్లీట్ కోడ్ అదే నేను చెప్పింది డెఫినేషన్‌లో. కంప్లీట్ కోడ్‌లో ఎన్ని లైన్స్ సిమ్యులేట్ అయ్యినాయి. అలా మనం ఒక పర్సెంటేజ్ కాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాము. బ్లాక్ బై బ్లాక్ బ్లాక్ కవరేజ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయము. దట్ ఈస్ అగైన్ లెంతీ ప్రొసీజర్. సో ఇక్కడ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 3 స్టేట్మెంట్, సో టోటల్ 3 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 1 స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయింది. ఇక్కడ 2 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 2 బ్లాక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, దాంట్లో ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయినాయి. దీంట్లో 2 అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 2 కూడా అయినాయి. 1 దీంట్లో వచ్చింది 100%, దీంట్లో 50%, దీంట్లో 25% అలాగొస్తుంది. ఓకే, ఇలా చేయడానికి బదులు కంప్లీట్ కోడ్ని తీసుకుంటాం మనము.
ఓకే, అలా కంప్లీట్గా కోడ్ తీసుకునేటప్పుడు మనం లైన్ కన్సిడర్ చేసేటప్పుడు లైన్ కవరేజ్ అవ్వదా అని చెప్పి నా చిన్న డౌట్ అనమాట.
నాపా
దాని లైన్ కవరేజ్ ఏమంటారు అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ అని
మీకు అదే అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు, కొంచెం ఆగండి.
లైన్
వెయిట్, హోల్డ్ ఆన్. దిస్ ఈజ్ లైన్ కవరేజు, బ్లాక్ కవరేజు సేమ్ అని నేను అనడం లేదు. బ్లాక్లో మీకు ఇవి కవర్ అవుతాయి లైన్ నేను ఇంకా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయలేదు, మీకు డౌట్ ఎలా వస్తుంది? లైన్ కవరేజ్లో ఏమేమి వస్తాయి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, దాంట్లో వేరే దీంట్లో వేరే. 5, 7, 8, నెక్స్ట్ 11, 13, 14, 11, 13, 14. చూడండి 14 ఐ థింక్ ఇట్ వాజ్ నాట్ దేర్ హియర్, ఐ గెస్ సో. చూడండి ఇక్కడ 14 లేదా, 14 వచ్చేసి లైన్ కవరేజ్లో వస్తుంది అలాగా. ఓకే, డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది, సేమ్ అనము. అదే చెప్తున్నాను, వెయిట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసిన తర్వాత అడగండి, దెన్ యూ విల్ గెట్ అ క్లారిటీ. ఓకేనా, కొన్ని స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఇలా ఉంటాయి కదా, ఇవి ఈవెన్ 13 కూడా అనుకుంటున్నా. 13 కూడా ఇక్కడ లేదు, ఇది 13 ఇట్ ఈస్ బ్లాక్లో రాదు అది. ఓకే, కానీ లైన్ కవరేజ్లో అది వస్తుంది. ఓకే, 13, 14 ఇక్కడ లేవు అలాగా. ఓకేనా, 13, 14 వచ్చిందా. నెక్స్ట్ 15, 17, 19, 15, 17, 19, 20. ఐ థింక్ 19 కూడా ఇక్కడ లేవనుకుంటా. 19 లేదు. చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఏమొచ్చింది, బ్లాక్ లోపల ఉన్నవి అంటే 20, 21, 22 ఇవి ఇక్కడ మనం కన్సిడర్ చేసామా. లైన్లో ఏం చేస్తాము, 19 కూడా తీసుకుంటాము. ఓకే, లైన్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి 19 కూడా ఉంది ఇక్కడ అలాగా. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఏమొస్తుంది, బ్లాక్లో మనం ఏం తీసుకున్నామో అది కూడా తీసుకుంటాము, ప్లస్ దానికి ఉన్న కండిషన్ కూడా యాడ్ చేసుకుంటాము. అంటే ఇది కేస్ కూడా తీసుకున్నాము ఇక్కడ, ఇక్కడ ఇఫ్ కూడా తీసుకున్నాము అలాగా. ఓకేనా, సో ఇక్కడ 5 ఉంది అలాగా. ఓకే, డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది, ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ సేమ్, we will be having a difference, that's what. Okay, so in the line coverage what happens, apart from the block, okay, block plus for that block what is the condition that we are applying, that lines also will get included. For example, line number 13, 14, line number 19, remaining part is simple. Okay, and we will not take end case, else statement, end, so this will not going to get considered in both block as well as line coverage. Okay na, this is the difference. Again here the same condition, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8 will get executed. Okay, 11, 13, 14, 11, 13, 14, 13 will get executed because it is in the beginning. 14 obviously it will get executed, no doubt in that, because that itself is a condition depending on which you will get the output. Okay, next, this time I got 17 as the answer, 15 not executed. Okay na, next 19, 22, 19 usually this is a condition, this should get executed, then only I got line number 22 as an answer. Here 2 statements didn't get executed, so totally here you can see 3 statements didn't get covered. Okay, I got 75% for the line coverage. Okay, here 12 lines are there, out of 12 lines 9 lines got covered. Okay na, 75%. Here I got 66%. Okay, because in the block coverage the blocks are only how many, 9 blocks are there, out of 9 blocks 6 blocks got covered. Here in the line coverage we are having 12 lines, out of 12 lines 9 lines got covered, so 75%, like that we are going to cover. Okay na, yes. So that's about the difference between the line coverage and block coverage. This is in interview question also, please make a note of it. Okay, how to explain verbally means, in the block coverage any one case statement you take for your interview. I'm telling, case of select line equal to 1, okay, 0, 1 default. Okay na, some dollar display is there. Just imagine in the block coverage what we will take, this line we will take, but in the line coverage what we will take, we will also include this line. That is the main difference, that's it. Okay, nothing else. Okay, in the line coverage we will also include the block part plus the condition part also we will involve, like this you have to explain. In the block coverage only inside the block what statements we have written na, only those statements we will consider in the block. In the condition, in the statement or line coverage, along with the block coverage we will also add that question. Okay, this is depending on which particular statement or which particular condition. That particular condition also we will consider, that is a line coverage. Okay, please make this note. They will ask you the difference between the block coverage and line coverage. Okay, usually in the industry we call it as line coverage only. Okay, one more alternate name is statement coverage. Okay, so make a note of it. With the example only you need to explain. Without example it's impossible for you people to explain this. Okay, next, branch and decision coverage. See, block is different, branch is different. Okay, block, branch, two different things. Here it is branch. Okay, branch means what? See here, if else condition. Okay, decision making. Okay, if else, case, so ternary operators, like this we will consider. These statements will be under the decision. Okay, see now again 15, 17, same thing. 15, 17, 20, 21, 22, 20, 21, 22, only these. Okay, I'm taking only if else condition, case condition. Am I considering initial begin end? No. Okay, but in the block coverage I have considered initial beginning statements also. 7 and 9 I have considered. Okay, but here I will not consider, because only if else statement to, case statement to, and the ternary operators only I need to consider. Okay, now according to that in my code I am having, this is one thing, if else condition I'm having and the case condition I'm having, these two I am considering here. Okay, now so here out of this two any one will be covered. Okay, 17 is covered. Out of this 21 is covered. Okay, so here one statement is not covered, here two statement is not covered. Out of 5 decision only 2 decisions got simulated, so 40%, very very less percent, like that. Okay, even if you get code coverage less also you do not have to worry. Okay na, but functional coverage definitely you should get 100%. Okay, make sure about this. Functional coverage always it should be 100%. Code coverage even if you get less you do not have to worry, because that's how the code you have written. Okay, 100% we can't cover all the lines because of the logic that we will write. Okay na, that's about the branch. In the branch remember these three statements: if else, case, ternary. Okay na, in the block what happened? In the block we used to consider only what is present inside the block. In the line statement, in the line what we have considered, block also we have considered, plus individually like that condition also we have considered. In the branch what we are considering, if else statement to, case statement to, ternary. These three we are considering. Okay na, so make a note of this. Okay, difference they will ask mainly. Okay, they may ask you the types of code coverage and they may also ask you the differences. Okay, so make a note of this differences. Yes, next, path coverage. Again here also same involvement. Now so we have a if condition here. Okay na, if there are two condition, any one condition will be passed. Okay na, line number 15 is there, line number 17, this is line number 15, 17 is there. At a time any one statement only will be passed. Just for our convenience let us understand, let us assume that 17 got simulated, means 17 got this is a true condition, 17 is a true condition. Okay na, the path will come here, so this complete path gone. You will not get path 1, you will not get path 2, you will not get path 3. Okay, now you came here. Next again you have a case statement, again you have three conditions, any one condition only will be executed at a time, correct no? So like that at a time, for example just imagine this one, what statement, line number 21 got simulated, imagine. Okay, so once you do the simulation, totally in this code there are 6 paths, but how many path will get executed at one simulation? Definitely only one path. It means what, 1 by 6. 6 paths are there, but only one path will get simulated at a time. Because see, both the statements can't be true. Any one statement only we can get executed. Correct no? Again, in the next case statement also, again you have 3 routes. Any one route only will be executed at a time. Correct no? So like that, any one path will be covered, not all the path. Okay. See, 6 paths are there, only one path will get covered at a time. Okay, and the percentage is 16.67, like that it is. Okay, it's 100% in any code you take. Okay, definitely coming to the path coverage, any one path only will be covered. Okay, that is 100% sure. Okay, no matter how many if else loop, if loops you are having, how many for loops you are having, that is secondary. Okay, next, conditional coverage. See, conditional coverage, branch coverage. Don't get confused. Branch coverage means if else case, means it will sound like condition, but this is not condition. Okay, this is not condition. This is branch and decision making. Conditional coverage means what? So you will have to cover the Boolean expression in the code where all Boolean expressions are there, na, that we have to concentrate. Okay, see, that is why wantedly in the interview they will not tell expression. Wantedly to confuse you, they will ask you explain about the conditional coverage. Because if they use the word conditional, 100% the interviewer know that you will get confused. Conditional means you will tell if else statement, ternary operator, case statement you will tell. No, that is wrong answer. Correct na? Because that is belonging to the decision making. Decision makers those are. Okay na? Don't get confused. Conditional coverage means what? Expression if you tell, you will understand. Boolean expression. Wantedly they will not use that word. Okay, they will tell conditional coverage. Conditional coverage means they are speaking about the Boolean expression that are present in your code. Okay, here how many Boolean expressions are present? This is one Boolean expression. C is equal to B and A. This is one expression. Okay, you can see combination line number 13 and line number 14 also. This is one expression. That's it. Still no expressions are there here. Okay, all are only values we have assigned. Only two expressions only are there. Okay, na? So for B and A, how many possible stimulus we can pass? 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, in this how many we have passed? Only two. 0 0 we might have passed, 0 1 we might have passed. Okay, so these two are covered. We need to pass actually. Okay, what stimulus TB will give, it depends on that. Okay, means possible four are there, but only I have given the stimulus, two stimulus I have given, and it is covered also. Okay, the same way even for this also, C and F. For this only I have given 0 0 as a stimulus. Another three option I didn't give at all. So possibly you can give for C and F, you can give 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, but I have given only 0 0. It depends again solely on the TB. TB, what test bench, what stimulus it is giving, it depends upon that. Okay na? So totally possible 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 are there. Only three stimulus got passed. Okay na? 3 by 8, like that it is. Okay, only and only Boolean expression will come into picture. Please do remember that if a statement ternary and case is solely for the decision making. Okay, next, FSM coverage is totally for the FSM codes. Okay, it doesn't come for the normal codes. Okay, FSM codes, again we have two types: state coverage, transition coverage. For example, some random uh, state machine I'll draw. Okay, more a machine I'm drawing. Okay, some sequence I got randomly I'm writing. Okay, okay, some transition. See how many states are there? Totally three states are there. Okay, that is a total count of the state coverage. How many transitions are there? 1 2 3 4. Four transitions are there. Okay na? In this transition, how many transitions are getting covered? In this state, how many states are getting covered? That is what is called as FSM coverage. Okay na? Two types are there again here. Okay, see here, S1, in this you have to actually draw the state machine for this. Okay na? So four states are there. I have written the code directly. You draw the state machine, then it will be clear. Okay, so S1, S2, S3, anything, melee, more, overlapping, non-overlapping, whatever procedure, whatever the state diagram you want, you take it, but draw the state diagram. Okay, so out of four states, you can see in the code it is visible, four states are there: S1, S3, S4 and S2. Four states. Out of four states, only three states got covered. Another state didn't get covered only. Okay na? That is what it is showing. And these many transitions are there. You actually have to draw it. Okay, then you'll understand. For example, S1, S2, S3, S4 are there. So S1 to S2, S1 to S3, S2 to S1, S2 to S4, S3 to S1. Okay, and S3 to S4. Okay, any state diagram you draw. Okay, like this you have so many transitions. Okay, totally 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Totally seven transitions are there. Out of the seven transition, only how much is covered? 1 2 3 are covered. Like that it is. Okay, how many transition covered? How many states covered? That is what is called as FSM coverage. Okay, next, Toggle coverage. Toggle means what? Always remember, even since from digital electronics you are studying, toggle means what? 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. This is called as toggle. But from z to x to z, or z to x, or 1 to z, 1 to z, x, 1 to z, or z to 1, all these doesn't come under the toggle. Suppose 1z 1z 1z, if you are getting, that is not toggle. That is what I have written here. Okay, definitely that is not considered as toggle at all. Okay, 1 to z, 1 to 0, okay, 0 to 0 to z, okay, 0 to x, all these doesn't come under at all toggle. Toggle means only one state, 0 to 1 to 0 and 0 to 1. Okay, only these you have to consider under the toggle coverage. Okay, in one particular waveform, how many times the waveform is getting toggled, that percentage toggle coverage will cover. Okay, so here you'll not understand, actually this is a waveform. Okay, this directly I have taken like waveform, it was there. Okay, how many times it got toggled means they have given. Okay, like that. Here you'll not understand, only thing is just understand that whatever the means 1z 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 1x 1x 1x, this is not toggle. Okay, means z and x and h you should not consider at all. 1 to 0, 0 to 1. Okay, means in the waveform, if you get 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 or 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, that is a toggle. How many times it is getting toggled, my toggle coverage will be counting it. Okay, see, it is necessary or not necessary, that is secondary. Coverages always it will be counted, code coverages, because as I told, it is by default. Okay, you no need to write any code separately, but definitely it will get covered, it will get generated in the report. Definitely it will get generated, even if you do not want also, you can keep that report in the logarithm file. Okay na? Yes. So that's about the coverages. So totally 7 types of coverages are there. Okay, so make sure to properly study and understand this. Okay, slides also, this slide I have given there, make sure to read this again. Okay, so block coverage, where only inside the block whatever is being present, that it will get covered. Line coverage means what? Along with the block, condition also will be added. Conditional coverage means what? If else statement. Not see, I am on conditional statement means what? Expression, boolean expression. Okay, see, even I got confused, that is why I'm telling, be careful when you are answering. Okay, conditional means what? Boolean expression. Branch means what? Branch or decision means, then you have to go for if else, case, ternary. Okay, FSM coverage, again you have two types, state coverage and transition coverage. Okay, toggle coverage means no matter whichever the coverage, whichever the toggle you get. Okay, z and x you should not consider, only 1 to 0 or 0 to 1 is called as toggle coverage. Okay, next, path coverage means, no, you will be having so many path, but 100% only one path will be covered in one simulation. Okay, that is path coverage. So like this you have to understand, and mainly conditional coverage and branch coverage, block coverage and line coverage difference they will ask. Okay na? Yes. So this generation of report I will show it. Okay, so I'll stop here. Functional coverage tomorrow I will explain. Okay, because it will again I have to again take a session at 4 o'clock for UVM. Okay, so whoever wants to join UVM 4 o'clock you can join. Okay, so remaining functional coverage tomorrow I will continue. Okay na? Yes, by Saturday I will close it. Okay, and most probably either from Monday or January 2nd or 3rd I will start UVM also. Okay, I'll check with sir. Okay, what is their plan, I will check and I'll go according to that. Okay, yes. Okay guys, so I'll stop the session now, and Yashwant, you can ask the doubts in the UVM at the end. Okay na? Yes. Okay, 1 second, I'll take the attendance. So immediately I'm posting the recording, I just want you people to please check with that. Okay.